Hi everyone, welcome to Bad Barry's Bar. You know me and you know my bar. Welcome aboard. Well, Christmas tomorrow, can you believe it? It's come to us at last. We're not organised here, we still don't have all our stuff wrapped up, stuff that we should have done. Been so busy doing other things, but I guess everything will work out. It always does. Somehow we do it at the last minute. Well, we've been putting our Christmas tree up and putting the lights up and so on, and it just made me think, have you ever wondered why it is that we always have a fairy on top of the Christmas tree? Everybody does it. How did that start? Well, I'll tell you. One year, it was 2 days before Christmas, and it was in Santa's workshop, and Santa was in a terrible mood. He had real problems. He was way behind with his packing all the children's toys up. 2 of his elves were sick with coronavirus. They were off. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, he'd gone sick, so Santa had nobody with a red nose to light his sleigh through the night. And he was getting really worried. Everything was behind schedule. He was overworked. He was tired. As I say, everything was going wrong. When into the workshop came the Christmas fairy with a big Christmas tree. And she said, "Father Christmas, here's the tree. What shall I do with this tree?" And that's why there's always a fairy stuck on top of the Christmas tree. That's how it all started. Now you know. All right. Now we'll change the subject from Christmas. This story concerns a young lad at college, and he was a good athlete. And he started taking up wrestling. And he became pretty good at it. He became a good wrestler. So he won the school championship. And then he went on and he won the inter-schools championship. Great. And then he won the county championship. And at this point, a promoter came along and said, "Look, son, you've got a real future ahead of you in wrestling. Let me take you under my wing and I can make you a lot of money." So the lad thought about it. He thought, well, okay, can't be bad. I like wrestling. So he signed up. Well, this promoter got him further training and so on. And the guy entered various competitions. And in the end, he became the US wrestling champion. Can you believe it? Well, the next step was to fight the European wrestling champion. So they arranged a match and the American guy went over to Europe. They had a big bout and he won. So now he was the American champion, the European champion. The only thing he's got left now is the world championship. Now that was held by a big Japanese wrestler. And this wrestler had this pretzel hold. And when he got anybody in the pretzel hold and they were all tied up, they couldn't get out of it. And he always won. So the American guy and his promoter, they watched the films of this Japanese wrestler. And eventually the American guy said, "Look, I can see how he puts the pretzel hold on, and I think I can avoid that. And if I can avoid the pretzel hold, I can beat him. No question, I'm not frightened of him." So they arranged the big fight, and they go out to Tokyo, you see, and the fight starts off. First round, they're equal. Second round, same again, but equal, doing pretty well. In the third round, the American guy slips, and this Japanese guy puts a pretzel hold on him. And they're all screwed up on the floor, all twisted in and out, and the promoter thought, oh God, he's had it. So he turns away from the ring and he starts walking up the aisle. And he hears a big roar from the crowd. And he turns round quickly, just in time to see the Japanese wrestler come flying out the ring and crash onto the boards outside the ring. And the referee's holding his boy's hand up and walking around and he's staggering round. So he comes back to the corner and the promoter said, "How'd you do that?" He said, "That was amazing." And the American guy said, "God," he said, "I was twisted up. Oh, I was in agony." He said, "I couldn't breathe. I was going red in the face." He said, "And all of a sudden I saw a pair of balls in front of me. And in absolute desperation, I bit them. And it's amazing the energy you generate when you bite your own balls." Sorry, ladies. Now, switching from that to the Garden of Eden. Now, you know in the Garden of Eden there was Adam and Eve. Do you know what Eve wore in the Garden of Eden? I'll tell you. She wore a fig leaf. And do you know what Adam wore? He wore a hole in it. Okay, folks, well, that's it. Have a nice Christmas, and I hope to see you Boxing Day and some of these other days. Stay clear of the old virus, wear your face mask, have fun. Bye.